Hello, One Piece enthusiasts. I'm the One Piece nerd, and today let's talk about Kid and ELBAF. So, as of chapter 1071, Kid is now heading to ELBAF. This is actually very significant when you think about it. Well, the build-up of ELBAF ever since we've got to Egghead has been ginormous. It's been very prevalent that the next destination of the Straw Hats is most likely going to be ELBAF, and that is probably where the fourth poneglyph resides. That is also the place where the man marked by flames is, and obviously the first person among the three to discuss about that man, or is looking for the fourth poneglyph, is one of them is Kid. So, coincidentally, as events would have it, Law is now on a battle with Blackbeard, and then the winner from there will be chasing the fourth poneglyph. For Kid, he's directly heading to ELBAF, and for Luffy, he's headed to Egghead, which is the catalyst for ELBAF. So, everything is pointing towards ELBAF, if the fourth poneglyph is there, which it most likely is. But, with that being said, there's still a lot more to talk about, because there are certain people that are involved with ELBAF that I feel like we need to go over. Before we move on, make sure to like and subscribe, it helps the channel out a lot. Now that you have, let's begin. So, people involved in ELBAF are obviously the Giants. And alongside the Giants, we have Jaguar D. Saw, the only survivor of Ohara that exists from the Buster Call, that is in charge of all the books from the library of Ohara. So, he's a very significant man. Yeah, then again, it's entirely possible that Saw could be an Egghead, and, that's who Vegapunk is talking about. But, with that being said, I like to believe that Saw is an ELBAF, because he's a very prominent figure. Egghead, if Vegapunk knew, for that matter, that he's in trouble, I don't think he would want to put Saw in that sort of a danger. And now, well, it could happen, but I'd like to believe otherwise. So, that gives Kid a sort of head start to finding the fourth poneglyph, but, that doesn't automatically mean he's gonna make it, because remember, Saw is a man of justice, and every single... And when it could even, the Guardian could even be Shanks, because we've always talked about how Shanks has some sort of a connection to ELBAF. Although he's a Celestial Dragon, confirmed in film Red, he still could have connections to ELBAF from some different studies of mythology, which other YouTubers have sort of talked about. But we know there is a certain sort of connection there. And that's just not, on one basis, with the other basis being Kid has history with Shanks. And it's very obvious that before Shanks' fight with Blackbeard, it's entirely possible that Shanks might head to ELBAF in order to find the fourth poneglyph, and has a clash with Kid, because we know there's been some sort of a rivalry. And, well, that sort of takes it to the next level, where we can actually get a battle where Luffy is fighting versus the world government, Law is fighting with Blackbeard, and Kid is up against Shanks, which is insane to think about. And with all that being said, and when I was talking about the Guardian above the fourth poneglyph, this is the fourth poneglyph. This is the poneglyph that everyone is looking for, which has not been found ever. No one has any idea of where it is, which is exactly why no one made it to Laugh Tale. So, the person who finds the poneglyph is the person who will be closest to finding the One Piece. And obviously, it's not going to be easy. Because, okay, not saying that the others were easy, but just saying that, this is extra special. This is the final step for anyone to decipher the poneglyphs and find Laugh Tale. So the Guardian there, if there is a Guardian, would want to be very strict with it. Remember, Wano's poneglyph was hidden way, way under whatever, which almost no one knew about until Robin figured out. So most places regarding their poneglyphs will have some sort of a special someone defending it, or maybe even a special location. So if Saw or Shanks doesn't find Kid to be worthy of becoming Pirate King or doesn't want him to find Left Tail, it's entirely possible that they wouldn't give it to him. So that just brings up another fight. And with also that if it is Shanks, we're going to get another round. We're going to see a fight, which could lead to anywhere. And how this is also interesting how Oda teased a battle royal to be specific. From the translation, we're specific to say battle royal, which means it's going to be a battle between different factions. And if it's going to be a battle between different factions, it has to be someplace where it is the center of attraction. The center of attraction right now is ELBAF, and we could see the Straw Hats coming here. We could see the winner from Winner's Island to go to ELBAF. Kid is already in ELBAF, and it's gonna be a mess. I'd like to believe that. Now, this is just that I'm not saying we're gonna get any further progress from Kid's point of view and from at this point onward, because there are still other things to talk about. There are still a lot of plot points to be handled. But all I'm trying to say is, it's interesting how Kid is the first person to go after the first person who is a step ahead of everyone to finding the last phonograph and becoming Pirate King. And it's also interesting about its location because it's ELBAF. So there are a lot of things that I've discussed in detail, but what I'm trying to point out is Kid being there is he is, for now, the best person that could be heading to ELBAF. And then also the previous video, I've also talked about how Hachinosu, ELBAF, and Egghead are sort of very in close proximity because of obviously plot reasons. Also because Oda wants to tie things very easily with one another. Every single one of the incidents that's been happening right now, aside from the Kuma incident, everything is leading to one place. And it's very easy to know why. It can go anywhere. This is it for the video, honestly. I don't have much to say, but all I'm trying to say is, Kid being there, it could lead to another battle. Could lead to another dangerous battle. And from here onwards, it can go anywhere. So, ELBAF again. I've already hyped up ELBAF in a previous video. This sort of solidifies it. And I want Shanks to be there because it's about damn time I see Shanks in action. We all see Shanks in action. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. And until next time, peace.